A Boeing passenger plane bursting into flames, the major storm sweeping across the country, and the countdown to March Madness.
Overnight breaking news. A United States Airlines plane caught fire after making an emergency landing. Passengers were seen rushing off the aircraft, some gathering on the wings for safety. We are reporting live from Denver. A major storm is sweeping across the country, bringing severe weather conditions, including dangerous wildfires in the heartland. Millions may be unprepared for its impact. The trade war escalates as former President Trump threatens a 200% tax on European alcohol, including champagne and wine. Meanwhile, a heated town hall in North Carolina erupts over Trump's and Elon Musk's recent government cuts. A woman has been arrested for allegedly keeping her stepson imprisoned for 20 years. We'll share details on how he was finally freed. A major update in the Delphi murders case. Newly released footage reveals how the suspect followed two young girls on a trail in Indiana. The search intensifies for a University of Pittsburgh student who disappeared in the Dominican Republic. Interpol is now involved in the case. A new FBI warning highlights the dangers of weight loss drugs. What you need to know about the health risks. Justin Bieber opens up about fatherhood, revealing why he sometimes feels like a fraud. Kicking off the weekend with a special guest. Tap dancing Nana is celebrating her 102nd birthday with a live performance. Sports fans, we're gearing up for March Madness. Big names, underdogs.
Good morning, America, and it is Friday, and it is great to have you with us this morning.
It is Friday. It felt like it took a minute to get here, but we're glad to have you with all of us on this Friday. And coming up, the new warning about counterfeit weight loss drugs, the alert from the FBI this morning.
We're going to begin, though, with that American Airlines Boeing flight that burst into flames after being diverted at Denver Airport. Everyone on board was safely evacuated, thank goodness. Mola Lang is at Denver Airport with the latest. Good morning, Mola.
Well, good morning, George. Yeah, another scary scene, this time here at the Denver International Airport, all caught on video and sending about a dozen people to the hospital.
More travel chaos. Another terrifying incident at a U.S. airport. An American Airlines jet carrying 178 passengers burst into flames after landing in Denver. Shocking footage shows smoke and fire inside the cabin, with passengers scrambling onto the plane's wing to escape. More details coming tomorrow morning on Good Morning America. Next, Voice 3. Panic on the...
We're glad they're all okay. Thank you so much for that, Mola. And we're going to turn now to the massive cross-country storm on the move this morning. Millions are on alert for severe weather from the Midwest to the Deep South to the East Coast. Of course, Ginger's tracking it all for us. Good morning, Ginger.
Yeah, the Storm Prediction Center, Michael, is telling us that they see nearly historic wildfire conditions today ahead of the severe weather outbreak. But really, winds 60-plus miles per hour from Chicago back to New Mexico. And again, significant tornadoes through this weekend.
Panic on the runway. Passengers were caught in a terrifying scene as an American Airlines Boeing 737 burst into flames after an emergency landing in Denver. Alexandria Cullen shared a video showing her mother escaping the burning plane. People were slipping, running, and scrambling off. "We had no idea what was happening. It was terrifying," she said. The flight, originally bound for Dallas from Colorado Springs, was diverted to Denver after the crew reported engine vibrations about 30 minutes in. They were experiencing high engine vibrations and reducing speed. The pilot radioed before landing. The plane touched down safely, but as it taxied, the engine caught fire, sending thick smoke into the cabin. Emergency crews rushed to the scene as passengers waited on the wing, with some using the emergency slide.
We're your largest customer. There's no one that buys more products off the United States than we do. You're going to be paying a lot more for everything right across the board because you can't get aluminum anywhere else.
Severe weather sweeps the nation. The same powerful storm that brought flooding and a tornado to Southern California is now moving east, threatening the rest of the country. A 0EF tornado hit Pico Rivera, just southeast of Los Angeles, knocking down trees and power lines. Dramatic video captured power flashes as over 2 inches of rain fell in a short time. In San Juan Capistrano, firefighters rescued a man clinging to a tree after his car was swept into a rushing creek. Mudslides trapped drivers in several feet of mud, stranding cars and toppling massive trees from the Bay Area to Los Angeles County. This same storm is now bringing snow to the southern Rockies, with more severe weather expected this weekend. Next, Voice 5. Wall Street in turmoil. This morning,
F2 plus tornadoes. We could see long track tornadoes, guys. I'm going to head down there. This is the first significant outbreak, and it could definitely be deadly.
Glad you're heading there, but please be safe. And for everyone watching, listen to those alerts. Ginger, thank you. Okay, we turn now to the stock market plunge as President Trump ramps up his tariff threats. The S&P 500 is now down more than 10% from its record high set less than a month ago. Our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce, has the latest. Good morning, Mary.
Hey, Rebecca, good morning. Well, the president insists the U.S. will ultimately benefit from these tariffs, but Wall Street is clearly not convinced, as we are seeing new signs this morning that Trump's trade war is taking a real toll on the American economy.
Wall Street in turmoil. This morning, major alarm bells are ringing on Wall Street as the stock market tumbles amid escalating trade tensions. The Dow Jones has plunged more than 500 points as the U.S. China trade war heats up. The S&P 500 has now entered correction territory for the first time in 2 years, dropping 10% from last month's peak, a clear sign of investor anxiety. Despite the market turmoil, President Trump insists he won't back down from his tit-for-tat tariff.
Are people okay? What's on fire? What's going on? Whoa, what am I seeing here? This is, never something you want to see at the airport is, stuff on fire.
Trade war heats up. Tariffs on alcohol set to rise. President Trump is doubling down on tariffs, now threatening a 200% tax on all wine, champagne, and alcohol from France and the European Union. He says this move is a response to the EU's recent 50% tariff on U.S. whiskey, which was imposed in retaliation for his earlier trade policies. U.S. wine and champagne producers stand to benefit, but the French trade minister is pushing back, warning that France will retaliate. We will always protect our industries and will not give in to threats. Meanwhile, American businesses are feeling the squeeze. Louisville distillery owner Victor Yarbrough says he's now reassessing his entire business strategy in response to the trade war. More updates on how these tariffs could impact prices and the global economy coming up next.
They're going to be so much richer than they are right now, and we have many. Yesterday, General Motors was in. They want to invest $60 billion. The people from Facebook were in yesterday. They're going to invest $60 billion by the end of the year. Other people are talking about numbers. Apple, as you know, a few days ago announced $500 billion investment. They're going to build their plants in the United States, which, as you know, almost all of their plants are in China. Now they're building in the United States.
Tariff fallout. Higher prices for Americans? Economists warn that Trump's tariffs will ultimately raise prices for American consumers as businesses pass the costs down the line. Trump acknowledges that U.S. consumers may feel some impact, but insists that other countries, like Canada, Mexico, and European allies, need the U.S. more than the U.S. needs them. He downplays concerns, saying, there may be some short-term disruption, but it won't last long. They need us. We don't really need them. However, Canadian leaders strongly disagree, pushing back against Trump's claims. More on the economic impact and global reactions ahead.